Hello guys and welcome back. My name is Kazım Mordi, and in this video I'm planning to talk about a new type of a new feature that Dart has, the null safety. What exactly is null? Actually, when a variable doesn't have a value at all, not in any place, even in the memory, uh, it's called null. Sometimes we have a value, but it's an empty, but that's not null. In the null part, we do not have anything at all in that place, even in the memory, just a name of variable. Okay, that's null. In the past, the most common error that a developer faced was null pointer error, which is very headache, which caused many headache for developers, for Java developers, and many other program language in the past. But in the new languages, we or better to say, programmers who build these languages try to avoid this problem. They come up with a solution called null safety, which actually try to um, fix this problem from its roots. So in this video, I'm planning to talk about what exactly is null and how to handle it, how to create a variable for null. In order to create a variables, first we have something called int age, for example, 15, and we can easily print this stuff like this. Okay, if I run this code, you will see that age 15 would be printed or this console, but I'm going to show you a new type. I'm going to pass null to this code. And if I run this code, you will see an error. An error is said that null cannot be assigned to the int, okay? An integer. An integer is not a nullable, okay? What does that mean? It means that int cannot be assigned to this null. In order to assign null to this part, we must add this question mark for this variable. And if I write down, you will see that null is assigned to this as a value of this variable. So in order to set a data type to be nullable, or it's better to say it's possible to be null, we must add a question mark after that data type. This can be an int, this can be a boolean, any data type that exists in the Dart. Even a custom classes can be null, okay? So there is nothing specific or a specific rule for null. Any type of data can be null, okay? Nullable. And what exactly is benefit of this part? For example, sometimes we do not have anything at all, and the age is not actually um, inputted by the user, and because of that there's no age. If we pass 0, in the later we may face some errors. For example, we think that maybe somehow it's an infant, okay, maybe an infant who has 2 or 3 months or 9 months. It's less than a year, so we may we may face some errors. And so in order to avoid this problem, we come up with a solution to assign a variable called null to this variable. And later we understand that this is variable is not actually written or even completed or inputted by the user. Okay, so in order to we need to fill this up somehow or show an error to user. So you must add this username, you must add this password in order to pass. Okay, and you need to be very careful. For example, if the age is 15, we cannot add a, call it like this, because age cannot be null. And if you want to add to make it null, you must add this question mark after the data type. And if you want to check if it's null or not, there's three ways actually. First, we can use power of if. For example, if age equal to 20, then print, for example, something. Or if age is null, then print age cannot be null. Okay, for example, this thing would be printed or a console, and because of that, it may fix this part. and you must refresh this code in order to make it work. You'll see that age cannot be null. So the first way to handle this null pointer, null type variable is if, power, using power of if. Another one, we can use two question mark. Um, for example, um, print age. If it's null, then print 20, for example, or maybe print age is not available. Okay, and I can simply remove this part. And if I run this code, you'll see that age is not available with printer. So this two question mark means that if this part is null, then you should somehow replace this main variable, main value of this part. So if this thing age is null, then should be somehow changes variable. And you must be careful because this print anything is permitted, but if it's not permitted, you must add the same type of this age. For example, it must be an age or somehow fulfill the requirement for the method or even the classes or even the assigned variable. And another way to work with this null is using the exclamation mark. Okay, for example, I'm going to create a method. Okay, I'm going to create a method, for example, do something which takes a parameter, an int age, and it's going to print age. Okay, and if I want to pass to do something to this um thing, if I want to pass age, um it won't accept it because int is not available, is int is not subtype of int. So in order to jump or skip over the um skip over this interpreter, dart interpreter, we can use simply the exclamation mark after that. It's going to force the interpreter to accept this value. It means that age is it is said to the interpreter age is not a null, and you can go over. But because age is actually null and we didn't fulfill the requirement before, it is going to throw an error, type error, cannot read params of null. So you need to be very careful of using this exclamation mark, because using this part is going to make the code having null pointer exception, which actually we're going to back to the age of darkness, age of errors, and you must be very careful. It's anything, as it said before, great power bring a greater responsibility. So you should be very careful about it using exclamation mark. And we can also use, for example, lists. We'll learn about somehow how to handle this null pointer, and I'm going to show how to create a list of nulls. For example, I'm going to create a list of nulls which only accept integers, which are null, can be null, and I can simply as pass 2, 5, or even null on 55. Simply super simple, and nothing very special about this part. I think that's enough for now. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or even if you like my videos, please consider subscribing to YouTube channel and view my other videos so you can learn better. Thank you for watching and happy coding.